Even
Disclaimer. The following content. Nope, that ain't right. Content may involve discussion. Involve discussions. Man, I can't type today. Discussions, thoughts, and comments that some may disagree with. That's fine. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. We are not experts. Experts. Yeah, experts, I think that away. In any of the fields discussed. Take what we say with a grain of salt. We do not in any way, wacky, way, shape, or form condone again consumption of alcohol. Once again, I need to make that capital I. There we go. Once again, Megan, we are not, and I emphasize not, experts or professionals. Welcome. Oh, that looks stupid. Welcome to Drink Up.
It's very anticlimactic.
at least the song goes with it.
It's like watching Titanic go down. It's slow, but I know something bad's going to happen.
It smells like rotten eggs. That's all.
It's not going away!
Well, outside.
How's it going? Welcome to Drink Up. My name is Jeff. Joining me is
Willie?
and
Andrew. And also, this is our 6th episode. So,
yep. If you joined us last week, you'll know we were talking about the box office numbers for the Minecraft movie and the unexpected success. Well, we kind of knew it was going to be a success, but they think for different reasons. We'll get into that in a little bit. So, starting off,
what's new? What's happened this week?
you got a little sunburn today.
I can tell.
Yeah,
A little raccoony.
yeah. We hit 60, first time in 2 months.
Snow is melting.
It's melting fast, but not fast enough, and now it's just muddy. Well,
And it's supposed to go back to cold next week. What's it
So-
mean? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not doing shit.
Just
I'm
had,
doing-
gone.
just had to ruin it, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. I'm boring.
Yeah, I'm feeling
Doing
good
the
today,
same.
and you're just like, yeah, snow's coming back.
Hey, man.
Oh, well.
So
So,
the UP.
it is the UP, yes.
Also,
Okay.
for the personnel difficulties.
Someone was late. Kind of expected that. Happens quite often.
Well, some of us got to work.
We all work too.
Well, some of us have more demanding jobs, I guess.
Just a quick, penalty for, actually, no, we should probably do, before the penalty, just a quick salute.
Yep.
Just to
Episode 6.
welcome everybody to the show.
Welcome, everyone.
The soon-to-be canceled
Sure.
show.
So the worst show on the internet.
Yep, canceled by today.
And he shot
They made it 6 episodes in, 4 minutes of the 6th episode. Done. Over.
Game over. There's your strike.
Canceled
Good
instantly.
night.
They saw Jeff's face and were like, "Yep, can't have that online."
What are you saying? I'm adorable.
I don't even think your mom.
All right.
All right, so we got nothing else
Anyways.
new besides weather, suns,
It's always the weather. Weather's always
It's
new.
UP weather. It's shit,
work,
man.
obviously.
I don't care about work. We're playing. So, what, Willie, Andy, you guys, did you both see the Minecraft movie?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, why don't you, we'll start with you, Andy. What'd you think about it? What are your thoughts?
It was a movie. It was, if you like Minecraft, I think you're going to like it. If you played Minecraft at all, probably enjoy it. There's Easter eggs and funny moments and stuff. But overall, if you're just a movie fan, I don't think there's much of a story to go on.
Hey, Isaac.
So you're going to be pretty disappointed.
What do you mean not much story to go on? I thought that is an
It's-
all-star cast and just the
It's an-
absolute triumph of storytelling, according to the
There
critics.
is it's like a White Claw story. It is like they have a general outline, dipped it in some static water, and then they kind of like mosey around through it. It's not much going on there,
Okay.
at least in my opinion. So
Hey,
I like the Easter
your
eggs.
opinion doesn't matter here.
I know. I like
Yeah.
the Easter eggs. I like the small tidbits. The visually, I thought it was pleasing. But yeah, not a story movie.
So you're saying that if you haven't played Minecraft, you probably wouldn't know what's really going on?
Yeah, you'd have probably no idea. You'd probably get lost just looking at everything, seeing what was going on.
Okay.
There's parts of it where it felt like people were jumping in and out of the story. They're cutting to side stories that didn't really matter for anything. But if you obviously watch Minecraft or played Minecraft, you'd be like, yeah, that's Minecraft.
I didn't play Minecraft for the story, though. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I went to the Nether or the Ender and just for fun.
Well, the only thing I think you're going to get out of it from playing Minecraft is the Easter eggs, the little diamond armor, his bunch of stuff that he has in a crate. Like, it's little head nods to people that would know what's in his chest, like his storage chest.
Okay.
But other than that, the story really didn't do shit. Honestly, the acting was really not great in it.
Really?
Yeah.
I like the
Jason Momoa's part I thought was funny, but it was a typical the part. Really, it wasn't
Just,
nothing special.
over the top kind of,
Yeah, he was a typical over the top, self-centered character.
Okay.
which is ironic because with the first time I saw the trailer, I thought he was going to be like some sort of massive LGBTQ positive, just
Well, he kind of looked like the 45-year-old
gym teacher from Scary
single
Movie.
wine ant.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
looks
and
like-
that's where I
looks
was
like
like,
Steven
man,
Tyler.
that's gonna be terrible.
I
But
didn't think anything like that when I first saw the trailer. I thought, I don't know where they're going with that. And it turns out he was just an '80s video game champion, and he just never
Spoiler.
left.
So-
that.
Spoiler.
Yeah, a little bit.
Speaking of Jason Momoa being, according to you, a good actor and his let's see here. Screen Rant apparently thinks that Jason Momoa is Hollywood's biggest box office stars because of his role in the movie.
I wouldn't say that. I think Jason
Yeah.
Momoa's done a lot better work in a lot
Yeah,
different movies.
so
I mean, Aquaman, I think he played better.
yeah.
Yeah,
And that
though
movie was also
Aquaman
bad.
wasn't a good movie to me. I think Jason Momoa played the part very well. I think he acted very well in that movie. So I would say that his role wasn't even that big in the movie to call him a box office star because of it. I mean, he is part of the reason that anybody should watch the movie. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. As soon as we left the theater, we instantly thought it was Willie. Jason Momoa's Willie. It was like a typical white trashy, just Will Billy.
Was he toothless? Was he missing a tooth?
No, that's
Why'd you
probably
smile
the
for the
only thing
cameo?
missing.
No, but he did drive a Trans Am. Looked like a 77 to 79 Trans Am, which I would definitely love to have that car.
So you're saying you don't have one?
No.
Okay, so you're not Jason Momoa by a long shot.
But also,
What are you talking about? I look just like him. This is in shape too. Yeah, totally on par with Jason Momoa.
but kid friendly. So
Yep.
I'd say definitely a kid movie. Kids enjoyed it.
Well, I would say not super young kids. There are some actiony parts, some little darker parts, little scarier parts. I mean, obviously not to adults, but to kids it could be if they were really young.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
Did you,
think
probably under 10, under 7.
Probably. That's from what I've gathered. It sounds like.
Yeah, I
It's-
think
'cause
any
the-
kids about 5 and up, it's pretty appropriate for.
Because
Okay.
now I was thinking the same thing. I was just like, man, that got dark quick.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I
It's
had.
like the Mario movie when they're all locked up in the cages.
A little
with the
bit,
star.
just kind of like that. Except more. I mean, I suppose skeletons and spiders. You're kind of like just thrown off by it because
Mhm.
it transitions so fast.
Yeah, and there's some fight scenes and stuff in there. So there, I mean, there's a little bit of.
Don't spoil the movie though.
Well, I don't want to spoil
spoil
it, but there's fight scenes in it that they're a little bit more violent than you'd expect, to be honest with you. Not that they were like gory or anything
Okay.
like that. Just,
I think it's what isn't it PG? I think
yeah.
it's a PG movie.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Overall, I didn't think it was a bad movie. I wouldn't go see it again.
Yeah, I'd. I
The
mean,
visuals in it, I will say they did nail the visuals in it as far as the Minecraft world and
Well,
creatures
it's-
go.
hard not to copy what you can only see for about 30 feet in the game.
Yeah. Well, I think that what I was worried about is you're taking a 64-bit looking thing and trying to make it to almost like a realistic looking thing.
Yeah.
And I think that they kind of
You just
did it
smooth
pretty
out the
nice. It
graphics.
looked good. All the CGI was really good in it. That's about the only highlight of the movie, though.
So Jason Momoa isn't the reason the movie was good.
I don't think so.
Well, Streamer
Well,
seems to think so.
like I said, out of the movie,
Let me read this. So, although Minecraft movie's historic opening weekend is at least partially owed to his cult fan base, star Jason Momoa's consistent popularity also undoubtedly played a role in its success.
well, I would say that because his just the star power to get people in the theaters.
Yeah, but I mean, he wasn't. Everything I saw about Minecraft when they were marketing it was Jack Black and Minecraft. I didn't see a whole lot about Jason Momoa, and I didn't say, "Oh, I'm going to go watch that because Jason Momoa's in it." No, he's dressed up in a very was it pink?
Yep,
Pink leather.
ruffled,
Yeah, like right there. Yeah,
feathered, and deadly.
yeah. That just doesn't make me want to say, "Oh, I want to go watch Jason Momoa prance around Minecraft world dressed in a pink
Mhm.
jacket." Yeah, I don't know. See if there's anything else worth reading in this.
It doesn't look like it.
Not
But
really.
I mean, even with Jack Black in there,
And Jack
I
Black playing
think-
Jack Black.
I
He-
think without Jason Momoa's part in there,
you wouldn't have
you wouldn't
anything.
have anything.
So maybe that's what they're mentioning on
That
or
could
leaning
be
on
it.
because
yeah, I mean, I read through this last night, and it just kept talking about how anytime Jason Momoa is in a movie, it's a box office hit. Which I
Well, people do
mean,
like
I wouldn't
Jason
say
Momoa.
anytime.
I
Justice
mean-
League and all that, yeah.
Dune.
Aquaman.
He was in Dune, but I mean,
Dune.
again, kind of same thing, just a small role.
Yep, small
doing
role,
nothing.
more of a cameo than anything.
Yeah,
I think he had not a huge role in Minecraft, but I do think his role is kind of what brought the comedic edge to it. I think
Okay.
his part was actually funnier than Jack Black's by quite a lot.
yeah.
Okay, well, hey.
Jack Black was mostly the main story,
Yeah.
I suppose. But again, the story was so little. You
Yeah, they were
couldn't
still a
really
little
go on
there.
anything.
How do you
But Jason Momoa was your comedic
how do you
relief.
go from that to that in like what 6 years?
I don't know, man, but I wish I was Jason Momoa.
I think we all do. So, all right, Andy, out of 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest, what is your rating of the Minecraft
Oh,
movie?
that's
When
a,
has 10 ever been the lowest?
I said 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest.
I know, but why would you even explain that? I think we all understand.
Some
what
people
one out of
don't
10
understand.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Don't argue.
are
with
we, are we
me. It's way
doing?
too early for that? It is way too early for that.
I'm
We'll
gonna
save
say
that, we'll save that for the end.
I'm gonna say probably a 6. I think it was better than average, but I wouldn't go to the theater to see it again. I would probably watch it again when it came out on Blu-ray, streaming, whatever. I'll probably
Okay.
watch it then. I'm not gonna buy it unless it had like some sort of special collector's edition where they're like, "Hey, this is super cool." But overall, probably just a 6. Good for
6?
kids. Just
So you're saying it's not a good date night movie for me?
No.
If I really wanted to really woo
no,
her, when
unless she was a major Minecraft
I was
fan.
gonna say, what are you gonna do? Make out
It's-
during Minecraft? Sounds like a great idea. Anyway,
Anyway,
Yeah.
hold on.
Pause
Corn
it.
Boy's watching. Hello, Corn Boy. How's it going, buddy? Good to see you.
Corn Boy.
Missed him
Corn
last
Boy.
week.
I would give it probably about I'd say 5 out of 10. I would not go out of my way to see it even streaming. However, with the kids, I'm sure I'm gonna get stuck watching it again. On that note, though, too, if they made a second movie,
They will.
I
It's undoubtedly going to happen.
they-
I don't know if I'd go to theaters to see the second movie, but I would watch it when it comes out.
Okay.
Again, that's also to let everyone know we have to drive 45 minutes to see a movie. So a lot of the things
Yeah.
we do not find worth our time to drive that far.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think the
100%.
last movie I went to see was Deadpool and Wolverine. And that's just because I had an afternoon to kill and I drove down to a different cinema than the normal one. So it was about an hour drive. So seeing a movie in theaters is very rare for us, especially if we're, we got our Friday night show. It's usually a night to go see a movie, but hey, here's what it is. Hopefully eventually we'll get one back in the area, but
So
Well,
yeah,
at the same time,
not anytime
so
soon.
still stocks the score a little bit just because it's for kids. If you have kids, probably would have driven 45 minutes to see it
Yeah.
just for them to watch it, obviously. But yeah, if it was me by myself, even though I haven't played Minecraft in 7 years ish, and
been a
even
while.
even
We
then
did-
before,
we did just re-download it though.
Were you playing with us when we were playing it all? I can't remember. I think
No,
it was just
that
us
was
and
me, you, and
us and
Kobo.
us and Kubal.
Kubal.
Kubal. Yeah. Oh, I didn't let him know about it.
No.
Sure. Oh,
well,
yeah.
it is what it is.
yeah.
He had 6 episodes to catch up.
Yeah. So, any more thoughts on the Minecraft movie?
No,
Not really,
I think
Okay.
that's it. Just mid movie. Just
Yeah, it's mid.
Okay.
although
Well,
I can see if they're saying it's a major block office hit, probably because every other movie that came out is terrible.
that's
Well, the other thing about it too is I could totally see kids loving the movie. It was easy to follow. There was a lot going on.
fair. Mhm.
So as a kids movie, it's not terrible. But if you're an adult that enjoys Minecraft, there's really not enough substance there. For
Cameos,
Yeah.
hidden Easter
you.
eggs.
Yeah,
and stuff,
the only
but
the only reason to watch it is for the Easter eggs. If you're an adult that likes Minecraft,
I mean, I like playing
yeah, that,
just because. I mean, I don't play it anymore because I build stuff in real life,
mhm.
so it gets kind of boring building stuff on
I mean, too, if you really wanted to,
Building
you
stuff
could break it
on,
down of
a video
what,
game.
what Jack
Jagger,
Black's
no?
character has done in the show, though, too, with
Hail,
all the
brother.
things he has.
Our first mod, by the way. Sorry to cut you off, but we got our first mod.
Oh,
Diagonal, yeah.
look at that.
Yeah,
Big
because
success.
he was begging and pleading at about 1:00 in the morning, asking where his wrench was. So we gave it to him.
Well, I mean, it took him 6 episodes. He had to earn it.
Yeah,
There's a big, due process, lots of paperwork filled out in triplicates.
By the way,
Yep.
people do not go looking for the other 5 episodes. They're buried.
If you want to find them, you gotta really dig deep.
Yep.
And
Keep
I'll give you a
scouring,
hint.
it's
I'll give you
called
a
the
hint.
Black Web.
I'll give you hints randomly throughout the show. You won't know it. I won't announce it, but I'll just say it. And you just gotta pay attention and watch it to find out what's going on. So
Timestamps to follow.
yeah.
Good
Hey,
luck.
Hey,
I
I
don't
found
even
the
know what's
first
going on.
clue.
Since we're on the
36
topic
seconds in.
of video games, the Nintendo Switch 2 has been in the news for a lot of either call it praise or drawing a blank here. That didn't take long. Praise or criticism on their release prices, game prices, and the issues they're having with any tariffs,
See, I don't
allegedly, which are now paused. So
I don't
take it
think
as you will.
I don't think their release price is that bad.
For $4.99 or $4.49.
$4.99 with the game, $4.50 without.
Okay.
Well,
no
there's also
game.
speculation that it could be up to $550 to $600, depending with the Mario package.
Yeah,
Well,
the Mario package had.
Well, I thought that
was
the Mario
it-
package was
$4.99.
$4.99.
No, well, there's still speculations over the tariffs and all that stuff of what could
Tariffs
possibly
are
be.
paused. Tariffs don't mean anything. Continue.
If without the tariffs, it's supposed to be $500.
Continue
with
without the
Mario.
tariffs.
Well, I mean, even if you did
Well, I'm just
PlayStation,
saying that is what it is.
PlayStation would be the same boat then, though, if they released a new console right now.
Yeah,
They'd
100%.
have.
Well, all of them would be.
Hey,
Yeah,
I can
without
announce it as
Yep.
$4.99, and oh no, tariffs now you're paying $6.
No, yeah, 100%. But the base price of $500, I don't think that's bad.
I wish
As long as the games are up to par.
I wish they went with the OLED like they did with the re-release of Switch,
Skeletons.
but Switch 2. I don't know why they didn't. Obviously, try to cheapen it out. But if they're gonna come out with an OLED next year, the OLED model, kind of like they did with Switch 1, and then they jack up the price again like $600, I'd be like, that's a little extreme.
They should be starting with the
Yeah.
OLED just because that's
They already did it.
that's where we're
Yeah.
at.
I have the Switch 1, I had the Switch OLED, and that one, the OLED, is so much better.
It is.
Okay.
Well, it's the same thing with like Xbox when they released the Series X. They also released the Series S, which really didn't perform much better than the Xbox One X.
I never had it at 1X, so I couldn't tell you.
Well, I think we can all agree.
So
The One
Corn
X
Boy,
could play 4K.
Corn Boy brought up. He said it'll be over $1,000 on eBay if you actually want it.
Oh yeah, obviously
scalpers.
scalpers.
Yep.
Although,
It'll get scalped for sure.
but
Yeah.
but Nintendo said they're gonna put in like their whole online system. You have to play for so many hours to pre-order. You have to show like you're a fan of it before, so scalpers can't get their hands on it.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's gonna work well.
I don't know.
It's just, I mean, I have enough hours logged where I could say pre-order it and then scalp it. But I don't know if they're going to limit me how many times I can buy it. 2 times, 3 times.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I will say this though, for Nintendo too, they got this going for them. Though they don't make high performance games for like the hardcore gamer,
Mhm.
they consistently make fun games. So I think the market,
Well, yeah, I mean, it's been a driving factor in the video game space for what? How long?
a
30
long
years,
time.
35, 40 years? I don't.
Nintendo has never faded
Yeah.
because even though they release consoles with worse graphics, worse
Mhm.
performance, they're always making games that are consistently fun, which I
Right.
think helps them a lot.
Oh,
Well,
absolutely.
they got
It's
the big
all
Especially
games
for the
too.
family.
Playability, replayability. I mean, you can play a Nintendo 64 Mario Kart anytime.
Still fun.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, it's
Oh,
still fun.
absolutely.
They're
And then you get pissed off because you lose.
Yeah.
You're like, I used to be so good at this game, and then you
Mario
keep
Party.
playing.
They've been making Mario
Mario
Party
Party,
since
yeah.
the 64. You can go right back to N64, hop on Mario Party,
Yep,
still have
yep.
fun.
Still know the rules. Still,
No, Super
Yep.
Smash
I mean,
Bros. Yeah, I mean, Nintendo is absolutely
They add a new.
they are the market.
They add enough new stuff to
Drivers.
those games that it's still fun, but they don't add so much new stuff and change so much that it's no longer what you loved when it was on the N64.
Sounds like a
also
Ubisoft game.
the whole microtransactions or
Yeah, that's another huge thing.
you know, skins.
Mhm.
Hey, buy a skin for
Yeah.
Mario. Why?
yeah, you're not playing
Hey,
Mario Party.
$20.
You know what? People will pay it.
I
Look
I
at
hope not.
Fortnite.
I
Well,
hope
hold
it-
on
Fortnite,
now.
They'll pay it.
Mario Kart on the Switch, they do have premium skins that you can pay for.
Really?
For drivers, yes.
I haven't played. Well, I suppose I only played it a little bit, but like Nintendo currency, or is it?
I think it's the Nintendo currency.
Yeah, M Campy, a
Interesting.
U fan in
Yeah.
the chat. Hey, brother, nice seeing you. He brings up console being $450 not a problem. Games being $80 is a little bit too much.
That I do believe is too much.
Yes. What was it, $70 for the digital and 80, or is it 80 for the digital and 90?
It's
You know,
somewhere in that
can you- can you-
range.
I
Look
Do
it
they
up.
have
pull
it
it up.
listed on there?
Yeah, but still, if you're paying, again, we're talking about a system that is mostly
Kids?
friendly.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'd say for kids. I don't see a kid breaking open a piggy bank and having, you know, $70, $80 in there just to buy a
100%.
game.
Apparently, you were bad at saving money as a kid. I didn't.
Yeah.
I was too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just I'm a kid. I was buying candy. I was
we have to
buying
have fiscally
you know,
responsible 5-year-olds.
pretty much anything bright and flashing in front of me was, hey, that is what I need.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
All right, let's see.
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
It's
$80
The
for it.
Nintendo's not a hardcore
80
game.
for
You're
digital,
not gonna
or-
get how
That's what
much?
it looks like.
What is
Pulling
it?
up right now. Hold on.
Mario
All
Kart
right.
World, $80.
Oh boy, gotta access it. Washington.
Well, either way,
So,
I think
anyway, what I'm saying is,
I'm sure someone will say it. in the
we're talking
chat.
about a console that's supposed to be for families, for kids, and I don't think parents that aren't into gaming are going to be like, "Oh shit, I got to get $90 a game for this thing." So now you're going to be buying less games because even if I wasn't a hardcore gamer, for my 4 and 5-year-olds, I'm not going to be like, they need 6 games that they can play. No, you're going to buy
Okay.
one. The kid's going to play
It
it.
can't be offenses. $80 physical. He thinks. I think it's $80 physical,
think it is
70,
80.
and then 70 for
Yeah.
the digital. But and then a
also
lot of the
for a 70 for digital though. What are you taxing us on? You're not shipping anything? As far as I know, the tariffs don't transcend
it's just
digital stuff.
well, this is
Yeah.
prior to any of that stuff. This is just the release for
Yeah.
Mario Kart World.
And I can see prices going up. Obviously, inflation, things got to go up. But
Yeah.
for $70, I think even when they bumped it up from 50 to 60, they're saying marketing costs and advertising, whatever have you.
Mhm.
I don't
And I'm
see
like-
it because you literally don't have a plant that has to manufacture discs or cards or anything like that.
You
don't
well, you have to
package
host
it in a case.
you have to host the servers and everything to distribute it.
Yeah, 100%,
So-
but you're going to have them anyway because you're still doing digital no matter what.
Well, actually, I was going to bring that up. So
I mean, don't get me wrong, there is a cost to digital copies, obviously.
right, but I was actually going to bring up the.
But it's got to be considerably less than a hard copy, I imagine.
Oop, wrong one.
Well, even if they host it domestically themselves,
Yep.
it's just reaching out, touching someone,
Reaching out.
downloading it, depending on how big updates and shit are. So I mean, they're gonna have
Where is it?
the ability.
Better not start.
Okay,
start
so
saying if they
speaking
don't
of the
have money to pay
download
for
versus the physical copy, I just came across this last night. Nintendo confirms no download codes needed for physical Switch 2 edition games. So
Which
I
is
know
great.
the criticism originally was because like even like you buy the physical disc of a game, you still have to download it from
Mhm.
whatever. It's more of just a code to unlock it, and then you can't transfer it from one console to another and vice
Yep.
versa. But I was reading this last night, and the CEO or a Nintendo spokesperson says that the physical versions of Nintendo Switch 2 edition games will include the original Nintendo Switch game and its upgrade pack all on the same game card, i.e., they are exclusively Nintendo Switch 2 game cards with no download code. Alternatively, some publishers may release Nintendo Switch 2 edition games as download codes in a physical packaging with no game card. So I know there was a lot of arguing back and forth about
So it comes down to,
having-
again, publishers.
having the actual
Whether
but if it's a Nintendo Switch, like a Nintendo company game exclusive through Nintendo, the game is on the card. It's not it's not just a key to download.
You know,
But-
that's the other
which I
fantastic
feel
thing about
is
Nintendo too is they
hopefully-
still make games that can be played offline. I think that's a
True.
huge selling point for it. Everybody else, actually, this brings up a point that I was going to bring up earlier anyway. Just a food for thought one is Ubisoft's discontinuing of the Crew racing game from 2014.
I remember that.
Yeah, they are shutting it down completely, and there is no offline support for it anyway either. So anybody who's
Yeah.
even has a physical copy of it can no longer play the game because there's no offline game to it.
Right.
And that kind of brings up the point of it. If you buy a physical copy on any other console, you still no longer have a way of playing it without online services.
Yeah, and that also comes down to the Ubisoft, was it the US CEO saying that people need to get used to not owning their games?
Yep, 100%.
Which he's actually not wrong, because I believe that even with a physical copy disc games back in the day, or even any kind of console game, I think it's a license to play the game as long as you have it, but you don't physically. I guess there's some legality where you don't actually own it.
And they do put those disclaimers in there. But on the
Yeah.
old games, if you fire up an Xbox 360 and pop in Call of Duty, you can still play the story mode.
Oh, absolutely. I
Yeah,
still
I-
have
it's
the
all on
360.
there.
I'm
Yeah, I
not
can do it
worried
right
about
now if I
multiplayer.
wanted.
Obviously, I'm
It's-
off
yeah.
the grid. I'm doing something else.
Well, to
Yeah.
that Crew point, there's actually two guys out of California that are suing Ubisoft over it, saying that we bought a physical game, we can no longer
Oh,
play it.
absolutely.
Ubisoft pointed out that they have the right to take away, refuse, and change services.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, there's also a download code on it, an activation code that says it expires in 2099. So what, if you're buying it, does that mean you assume that you're going to be able to play it for quite a while?
Yeah, I just see if they're still on shelves. You know, if they
Yeah.
discontinue and be like, "Hey, you still selling this game on here?"
Yeah.
Someone will
If it's
buy
a
it. Then they
game.
just lost. I'm sure it's probably 2014. You said probably
Yeah, it was 2014. So obviously,
discount on
it's-
$10. You're
most
still
people are
throwing
moving
away
on.
$10.
Most people are moving on from this game. But I didn't bring it up saying that I'm pissed that they're doing that. I just wanted to bring up the topic. I want to see what other people say about it. You know, what are their opinions on it? If you buy a physical copy game, should you have offline access to that game?
Tough
I-
sell. Tough
yeah.
sell.
I mean, if they offer a single player, it shouldn't have to be connected to the online.
100%.
Because I think most of the time their single player needing to be connected to the online is so you can buy
Mhm.
microtransaction stuff, which
And that's why third-party
Yeah.
games for $15, $10 better than these AAA $70 games.
Yep. The indie games I think are launching.
Which is ironic because
going off in the chat.
the indie
What's
games
that? So Nagnall's going off. Said that's wild.
the
FQB suck.
Yeah, the indie games where it's like, hey, I
Buy
paid
any more of their
$15 for it,
games.
no microtransactions, but I buy Call of Duty or
Oh,
AAA
Yeah,
game,
$80
$70,
game.
and then they're flooding
Game
me.
Pass.
They're hitting me with the Ready Player One, just ads everywhere. Buy the skin, buy this, buy this. I'm like, I just paid $70.
Unicorns.
Let me
fucking
play my
people
game.
out,
Unicorns
rainbows.
I'm here to play a game, not
Yeah.
spend more money on a game I've already bought.
You know, the other thing with
Mm.
Call of Duty 2 is you get a 180 gig update for it. You take up all this disk space on your computer or
Mhm.
whatever system. No difference in the game. You play the game, you're like, oh shit, they added one skin.
No, they
And then
added 15 skins all for $20,
Yeah.
and that's the only update, which makes it a live service game.
Yeah.
They're not.
Live service games work for a little bit, but when they
If it's going to be a live service game, it should
they've
be free
been
to play.
flooding the
or
market
dirt
with
cheap.
them. Yeah.
I don't
Just
think
give
you
me
should be
a-
paying $80 for a live service.
Yeah,
game.
give me a game that has the option to play single player through a whole campaign or
Mm-hmm.
a story mode, but then also like either have a PvP multiplayer or a squad type.
Same
That's
with
what
same with
everyone wants.
if we're paying $80 for a game, we should have an offline mode to it.
There should be
and
the option,
local
yep.
multiplayer or something
And-
like that. So if I put it into my Xbox, I can have 3 friends come over and we can play on the same system. That way, it's still usable in 10
Yeah.
years.
Whoop. Since South Park 2's second game from hit the wrong one. Man, Cornboy he says I haven't bought a Ubisoft game since Rainbow Six Vegas. They've been trashed since then.
Rainbow Six Vegas is phenomenal.
When that game came out, it was huge. I mean, I had more friends playing that than
I
Call of
would
Duty.
still play that game. Rainbow Six
Yeah.
Vegas, that's one where you can actually zip line down and
Yep.
it's
That-
co-op, not versing.
Yeah, and it didn't
other
get-
people.
And it
That-
didn't
that
get
took
goofy,
A giant chunk of my life.
It did.
After a while.
Andrew, we played that game co-op back in the day. That was
just
fun. And then
split screen even.
You could
That's
take
what it
the
is.
press for on and off. You could play that game so many ways. You could go loud and try to distract. That was actually a fantastic game, and nobody makes games like that anymore.
No, or even meet the
No, they do. You just got to buy a DLC for it, and then
Yeah.
you
You
it's
can
a
either
small,
take-
quick mission. It's a bonus mission pre-order special.
You can take this base. You paid $80 for the base game. You can take this base loudly, but if you pay an extra $10, we'll give you a silencer so you can do it a different way.
Oh, and 4-day
That's what
early
they're
access because that's important for single player
Yeah.
games now.
Oh, early access is the biggest.
Oh
ripoff nowadays
yeah,
anyway,
no
'cause
early
no game
access
has
and
ever done-
pre-ordering it's early access. Is, the way it's going right now is more for
I just don't get how you can early access a single player game.
it's more for people that are streaming and reviewing at this point, unless you really want to
But
get
they already
ahead of
have
the game.
advanced copies to the important streamers
The
or to
important
whoever.
ones. What if
So-
you're not an important
and
one? But you're important to some people.
I guess.
My mom. says that.
William, Jonathan Merritt says, "Love the foam forum koozie."
Yeah, we're doing all right over here.
Yeah, no, even just the split screen days or the two TVs in a bedroom, even like cardboard separating you.
Oh,
Something
yeah.
like
Blanket,
that.
just taped to
Blankets.
the
Yep,
TV.
one person has a blanket over them. Just
That's what I'm saying.
those
If
days are
you're paying
completely
$80
gone.
for
We'll
the game-
never have LAN parties like that ever again.
No shit. Not even LAN parties. We used to play the 4-player split.
Or
screen
even
if you're
split
staring
screen,
at
yeah.
a square this big.
Yep.
And then you're like,
Call of
screen
Duty
peeker,
4,
peeker. I'm not screen peeking. And you sure as fuck were screen peeking.
No, they have a what did I see? I was just watching something on YouTube. They have one guy set up a whole LAN party house for him, like an entire house with the room and everything.
Was that the one with the PCs, the old
Yeah,
Windows?
it's just PCs all hooked up into desks and stuff, flip open.
Little
monitors
Caesars
and
and Fago.
Probably playing CSGO.
Dr.
Yeah,
Thunder.
but he had like its own dedicated server room to host everything, and it was, 6 to 7 figures just for that.
Yeah, those days are.
Which
long
is
gone.
cool. Obviously, I would do it if I could, but also, could you imagine 6 or 7 friends just
No shit.
I barely have
to
two.
even use it? Like I would,
Who's your-
build this
who's your
giant
two?
thing and be like,
They
wow,
got
you
here.
guys.
Yeah,
You
you
Yeah.
guys. Sit here, bud.
I consider my dad a friend.
That's sad because he don't like you.
No, he hates me. Anyways, pivoting from that,
yeah, off the switch.
Hey,
we're
give me
everywhere.
another one of them thingies.
you want another one
You
of them? All right,
You want
load
something
them.
special, or do you want standard? What you just had?
Standard octane or high octane?
Give me that one with the flowers on it.
Oh god, now I gotta read.
It's not that
Hey,
hard.
Look at the picture. What other? Come on.
I'm
No,
looking
no.
way over here. Oh,
Yeah.
see that one's. I don't see the flowers on
It's
this one.
literally in the name.
We see it on our side.
I don't see it on my side. That's a specialty.
In U fan said I saw the LAN house on Linus Tech Tips.
That's probably where I saw it.
Yeah, that's where he saw it.
Wasn't Linus from Linus Tech Tips in a little heat there for a little while?
You want to throw that down there?
No idea.
I watch a lot of Linus Tech Tips stuff. It's fun to watch.
Here,
I got
a little bit left.
I like to keep track of
Yeah.
performance.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Yes, please.
Also, I like to pretend like I know what he's talking about half the time when I really don't.
Oh, it's tech, so I assume
Yeah,
you
it's tech.
don't
I'm like,
know.
oh yeah, I know what he's talking about, and he's throwing out numbers. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about good.
But I can say you're the only person I know who can have such difficulties with such an easy problem.
Dude, I know. And then as soon as I'm like,
Give him a menu, he'll be there for 3 hours.
Well, it's a menu to read, but it's
Ugh.
hey, I can't open this. Why can't I open this? Or it's opening in like Internet Explorer instead of like his usual Google Chrome.
Well,
He
when I'm
doesn't
trying to get on
understand
our-
to switch it.
when I'm trying to get on our page, I was
Yeah.
literally typing in my username and password, and I kept saying, could not open server, and I kept on saying that. And as soon as I told you guys that, you're like, well, try it. Did you do this? I'm like, yeah, I'll do it again. Went right through. I'm like, this is bullshit. The same exact thing I did before.
Yeah. What are we working on here?
I'm
What do we got
trying to
next?
Find. I had another.
Start typing.
What do you want to look up? What do you want to talk about?
I
When
don't
we
know.
have this,
We got the direwolves.
we can
Well,
talk
yeah,
about direwolves.
I feel like that was all last week we talked about.
It was, but people are still talking about it.
I'm still interested in it. I
It's
think
pretty
cool.
neat. Okay.
It is.
But they're not.
So-
But now
obviously-
it's the moral side to it. Should we be
Life
bringing
finds
back
a way.
but they're not like pure direwolves either. They
They're
are
not.
What,
Yes.
Jurassic Park over here, but with fucking dogs?
Yeah.
Hey, my name's
Yeah.
Jeff.
My name's Jeff.
genetically modified.
Goldblum.
They are what they are.
I know. I love people too saying like, "Oh, they didn't take it from like extinct DNA." And you're like, well, no, they modified the genome to be close to the same.
Yeah, it's
still what
a
a dire wolf
modified
would
gray
be.
wolf.
Yeah.
I think they said it's like
Yeah, it's a modified gray wolf.
mid to high 90%, almost identical, just a
Yeah.
few different.
But-
like, what?
but-
They're like, "Oh, it's not a real dire wolf." What do you want me to do? Take my fucking time machine back in time, go grab a fucking dire wolf, and bring it back?
Yeah,
That's
for the most
about as
part.
close as we can get here, boys.
Yeah. So experts dispute claim dire wolf brought back from extinction. And I was reading this the other day. They're saying there's a magnificent snow. Yeah, we don't care.
But the other thing,
The fact it said Snow White, that's a very, very bad timing for that.
I'm not a geologist, but it looks like a big ass wolf.
I wouldn't. I didn't see it compared to another wolf or a dog or anything. I just see the two playing around. So I'm like,
Right.
I don't know how big these are.
I mean, they also showed
I'd pick
uh,
one.
they also showed the videos and pictures of pups when they're pups. I mean, they allegedly at I think it was 6 or 8 months old, they were 80 pounds and 4
That's
feet
okay.
long.
Well, okay, that makes sense. They're
That's
large
big.
then.
Hey,
that's
big
big.
boy. Big boy.
Yeah. So, yeah, Game of Thrones. Actually, speaking of which, we got dire wolves back. Took 10,000 years. We got dire wolves before Winds of Winter from George R. R. Martin.
Yep.
So
Well, maybe it gave them some inspiration to finally finish the book.
I guess he
mean,
announced like some big thing happening on April 9th, and it was just a picture of him with one of the dire wolves.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
That's what he does.
Yep, that's-
he's no longer writing. He is doing photo ops, TV shows, everything but writing a book.
Well, why? I mean, he's got how much money now?
That's fair.
Shit.
That's fair. But I mean,
So-
the story so far is
And he got to see a dire wolf. What more do you want out of life? He's got it. He's got it all.
now.
Yeah,
were-
except for a finished series.
were they inspired by Game of Thrones to, bring the direwolf back? Because if that is, I mean, could you imagine being so popular that someone's like, "Hey, I'm going to genetically modify stuff because you
Yeah,
wrote
no shit.
about
Why
it."
did they pick the dire wolf? Maybe that was just the easiest genome to modify.
I don't think he's doing much walking these days. Look at him. He says, NCAPU fan says he has become the main white walker. LOL. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe he's going to need a walker just to get
white
his fat ass
scooter?
around.
Walker, he's gonna get one of them scooters.
Yeah. He's gonna, a rascal.
Yeah,
Go rascal tipping, boys.
I didn't see that in the series finale.
No, me neither. Oh,
It might have been in the.
Picture-
Might have
there
been
was
in
a
the background.
wheelchair.
Picture
Bran
it.
was in a
I mean,
wheelchair.
he
Inspired by George.
Actually,
himself.
there could have been. It was so dark he couldn't see anything. So maybe there was, some little rascals running around there.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to pause before we continue with the dire wolf.
Yeah, the season finale. To the show Game of
Nagernal
Thrones was
says,
definitely
never
fantastic.
even watched Game of Thrones. LOL. Are you saying
Only the
you've
first
never
couple
watched,
seasons are good.
or someone's never watched? I want to know. What's the answer?
Well, process of elimination here, but yeah, I'm gonna say that he's talking about himself never seeing.
Most
it.
likely.
It's not like we have 400 viewers in here that he's responding to.
No, we have. It's okay. All right. Back to the BBC, the most trusted news organization in
the only
England.
thing good to ever come out of BBC was Top Gear,
Which they've messed up
which
in
he
the
also
end.
messed up
So
in, so
Oh, well. It's a Grand Tour now, and that's also done. But no, it's
but again,
Clarkson's Farm, so we got that to look forward to.
yeah, I was gonna say Amazon bought something, ruined it.
And they made 5 seasons, it's still good.
I haven't trusted the British since 1776.
Okay.
Interesting.
So, anyways, according to the BBC, about the dire wolves. But while the young wolves Romulus, Remus, and Khaleesi, well, of course,
Yep.
represent an impressive technological breakthrough, independent experts say they are not actually dire wolves. Zoologist Philip Seddon from the University of Otago in New Zealand. Well, Kiwis.
Thank God you're reading. 'cause
Yep. Explain the animals are genetically modified gray wolves.
Okay, so
shit.
again,
Yep.
Again,
Which,
what were we supposed to do? Time machine?
Yeah.
Go grab some fucking wolves quick and
yeah, I mean
It's as close as we can get at
yeah,
this time.
it's just gene splicing and
Yeah.
DNA manipulation in a living creature. Just, I mean, you can use a Jurassic Park. I mean, I think they even admitted that.
they used other animals to fill in the parts.
Yeah, exactly. You use other animals to fill in the parts just so
Yeah.
because they didn't have the full sequence of DNA or a
No.
physical being to make it. So you're going to have mutants regardless.
Yeah, 100%.
Colossal publicized its efforts to use similar cutting edge.
Today, Junior.
Do we have a
Junior?
dunk? Genetic techniques to bring back extinct animals, including the woolly mammoth and the Tasmanian tiger.
Also, why does everything have to come out of the Ice Age? Give us a fucking T-Rex.
Because we actually have physical flesh
For the most part.
of some of those animals.
That was obviously a joke, right? I mean,
I can never tell.
No, right
I
over
can
the
never
head.
tell.
I mean, I guess if they actually did bring back a T-Rex, I'd go see it. I've seen Jurassic Park, all of them, many times, and I'd
Oh.
still go see that T-Rex.
We got Sophie in the chat. Hail, you drunkards. And then she says, "Is that Andy?" Hi.
Wow. Look at that.
Yeah,
Famous.
you're already
Popular.
famous. Even in Peru. You're famous in
I'm
Peru.
famous.
Look at that.
Long time no see.
Can't be. Yeah. No, I just can't read. The alcohol's taking hold of Jeff. No, I just can't read.
I can't read.
If you saw how far I have to read across the garage
Enhance.
here,
You got to hit the enhance.
in hands.
I can't afford that. So yeah,
We're too poor for Zoom.
Get by one of those giant magnifying glasses just to put in front of the TV.
look how adorable they are, little fluff balls.
Yeah, I'd
Again,
go with that one.
I see they named 3 of them, but I've only seen 2 of them. So
I
did
think
the third
Khaleesi-
one
the
not
newest
make
Khaleesi,
it?
I think just was born recently, and they didn't have anything. set up.
I'm going to throw
It's
this out
interesting.
there. It's a good thing them things are gone, because if I saw that in the wild, I'd go pet it.
I don't know. I feel like if I saw that in the wild, I'd be like, okay, it's a wolf.
If you saw
And
that
just
in the
be-
wild,
it's
say,
over.
"I'm gonna die." Mama's nearby.
Yeah, but it's just wolves are just big dogs. I'm sure they're nice.
Oh yeah, I you know what? Why don't you go pick one up off the side of the road, put a collar on it, bring it home, introduce it to your family, and see how it goes.
No, I saw that one where someone had the wolf picture and everything, and it, like on its hind legs and everything, it was taller than him, and he was like probably
wolves are
6'2",
fucking big.
massive. And these are supposed to be bigger.
Yeah,
I think that'd be like seeing Bigfoot out there. and
big
you'd be
old doggo. I gotta go grab something.
Sophie says, "If I saw that in the wild, I would die by pss, 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 and be happy."
like,
Yep, MCampu fan.
I carry dog treats
I'd
around
pet
for
the
this
lions.
specific reason.
I'd just die happy.
Yeah, well, you're up there.
Yeah, may as well.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There's one without a label in there. Grab me. So yeah, Andy, what are your thoughts on them bringing back almost genetically identical extinct species?
Good for them for doing it. I think it's gonna open up
That's
a
good.
bunch of future science and whatnot. But
Kobe.
whether it's
Oh, I suck.
I could make a joke, but I'm going to refrain.
Well, I mean, okay. Yep, I think we're on the same batch. The same joke.
So again, but I think it's opening up
All
science, medical progress. Maybe I have no idea. Maybe hey, cancer. Hey, we can modify your genome, get rid of the cancer.
I think
Done.
they've already been looking into that.
Oh, look at
Same with,
look at China.
Same. They actually already do that with what am I trying to think of?
Can't tell you.
When like if you go to get a
Was it intra
yeah,
in vitro? We're guys.
we're guys. We
We're
don't
guys.
know when you go to get pregnant without reading.
We don't know all the correct words for this
Yeah,
type of stuff.
But they can do gene testing on the donor.
Oh
sperm
yeah,
before-
no, absolutely. They can even
They can even cut out things.
Yeah.
Are you talking about like marbling?
Marbling. What
Yeah.
the fuck are you talking about?
Geology stuff. I have no idea.
geology. Yes,
What the
yes,
fuck is marbling? Is that what?
yes. A nice granite countertop.
Is that
Yep,
when the
granite?
Is that when
Get
you go
some
to the,
sandstone.
Is that when you go to the donation and they actually accidentally put it on your face instead of? Never mind. I'll go there.
Yeah. Sophie says, "Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, it's cool and all, but oh, when do we get the cure for cancer and stuff?" Exactly.
Yeah, it
Well,
could
that's
lead
the
to
thing
it.
about the cure for cancer. If they could cure it, they'd be out of business.
Yeah.
So,
Chemo's expensive.
mm,
The other thing too, though, even when you're getting artificially inseminated, is it right to remove all of those effects from the child because now you're really kind of genetically modifying to make the perfect human, or do you kind of let it roll like fate intended? And
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
But
Weird
that also,
moral
that,
ground
also,
there.
that also comes up the would modifying it hurt more than helping? Would we, instead of curing cancer, we get super cancer?
right.
I feel like I got
or
that
like
right now.
Sylvie says, just adopt.
That's
Obviously
true
It's
too.
always a good possibility for anyone that's
100%.
out there looking for that.
There's many kids
Yeah.
that need it,
Lots.
and if you have the ability to, why not?
Paperwork.
Man, we went from
Lots and lots of paperwork.
talking about Nintendo to why aren't they curing cancer and adopting kids?
Yeah, no.
A lot of
we're only
levity.
like-
A lot of
we're only-
levity in
We're,
this,
we're only like 2 of these
Sixth
in.
episode.
This is gonna be bad.
Yeah,
How much time do we got
Like
left?
Sophie says, that's how you get eugenics. And eugenics is
Sounds like
Let's not even
geology.
Try to, yeah, let's not even try to go.
That's above our
Yeah.
pay grade.
Look at here. I read at a 4th grade level.
we're geologists on the weekends, usually Friday nights.
Actually, to be honest, I don't even think I read at a 4th grade level. Kindergarten, maybe?
What's that?
I don't know.
What you read it?
Yeah,
I don't
wouldn't
think
even
you
say
can read.
that.
I
Yeah.
recognize. I don't even know if I know how to read. I think I just kind of memorize.
That's why I'm on a computer and I can hardly read. And he's in charge of the buttons over there, even though I haven't
touched one.
Yeah,
Haven't touched one.
We don't even know what they do.
That's the best part. It's the initial setup and leave it.
36 settings.
Yeah, I can
Use none
change
of them.
things. Hey, you're saying something dumb and mute. That's all.
I'm gonna
That's
tell you
pretty
this: it's a
much-
good thing I'm not over there because I would have been pushing buttons the whole time.
Oh, that's fair. All right.
I like not having responsibility.
So okay, I got a question for you guys.
I got an answer.
Ice
No.
Age animals. What
It's
animal
cold.
would you want to bring back if you had a chance to bring back an Ice
Specifically
Age
from the
animal?
Ice Age.
From say like 10 to previous 1,000 years ago?
Are we
That-
talking Paleozoic, Paleolithic?
Well, Paleolithic is more.
Pale. What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Paleolithic,
I
yeah.
just I don't
That's kind
That's
of in that
farther
area.
back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they
Let's
died,
go
but then they froze
Holy
eventually.
mammoth, saber-tooth
The
era,
last
bitch.
Ice Age.
And Neanderthals. Think about that.
Oh boy, we got Kubal in the chat.
What a bitch.
Kubal and Sophie have Sabretooth. So you know, like
But-
the main
but
megafauna
why-
from
why
the
are you
last
bringing
great
back-
extinction, the last great extinction.
I just want to know why you're bringing back a Sabretooth. I feel like a Sabretooth would eat you, kind of like anything else.
Well,
no,
a lion can eat you.
no. You could raise them.
A lion could eat you. A tiger could eat
There-
you.
you know how many people are like
Siegfried and Roy, weren't they all the
Yeah.
animal?
on top of
They probably pissed it off.
well that
Piss
HBO,
off a Sabretooth.
Yeah, probably.
the
but
HBO special where they
Shit
have like the monkeys, orangutans and stuff. Even them,
Orange Orangutangs.
I'm
yeah,
telling
you
you.
never know. So you might as well get some big. Imagine the purr on a saber-tooth. The fucking thing would vibrate you out of the bed, be like a massage bed. Where the fuck you looking?
I don't
know.
think it's gonna purr. I think it's more of a growl, and then you're dead.
And
It just
yeah,
it ate you.
it
Yeah,
probably
but
wouldn't do
also-
anything. It'd just jump on you.
How sweet would that be? Like somebody comes over and be like, "Hey, you want to meet my cat? His name's Mittens." A big ass fucking saber-tooth comes down the stairs.
Yeah, I got a cat
Just saying,
named Mittens at my house
cool.
right now.
Yeah, that'd be interesting until you're both dead. Then
Yeah.
No, I'd
This
go
my
with
cat. His name's Socks. He's chill.
All right. Okay.
uh,
Well, we better answer the question. So if he's getting
I know.
very impatient,
I'd rather go if I had a probably a squirrel or a sloth. Sloth.
Squirrel.
Good old sloth.
We got
Sloth.
fucking squirrels.
You want the giant
now.
sloth?
The giant sloth.
It's like what, 17 or 20 feet tall?
oh,
Have you
absolutely.
seen the tunnels the giant sloth can dig? Has dug?
Dude, didn't they live
Holy
past the
man.
Ice Age though? I feel like it was.
I-
not
They
long
might
ago.
have-
It was
they
the
prob-
last
Was it Ice Age?
last extinction. The
They,
lake.
they
glacial
could have probably
maximum.
dug a tunnel through the ice and just hibernated. I believe that's a possibility.
Oh, you got to see these tunnels.
I'd bring back the Neanderthals just so I could feel smart for one day.
They were in Europe, and they're actually quite a lot more advanced.
Oh,
than
they're
human.
in Europe. I'm sorry, I didn't know you specified in North America.
I did.
Yeah, it was just an.
But I'm
age.
just saying, I don't see you going to Europe anytime soon.
So
Anyway,
this
and
whole
Neanderthals are
argument's
actually a
irrelevant
lot
then.
more advanced than we give them credit for. We're actually learning that more and more every time
All
we
right,
find more
fuck it.
stuff.
So I'll lose a battle of wits to a Neanderthal. It's okay,
That wouldn't be too hard. You could probably lose a battle with a squirrel.
dude. I lost a
Probably-
battle of wits
oh,
to a
definitely
bull
a toddler.
outfit soup
Yep.
one time.
Definitely a toddler.
Nope. Did
I
you just
didn't
miss
get down
again?
I did. This is bullshit.
All right. I'm going to share this.
Way too
Maybe.
far.
Yeah, went a little too far.
The only reason I
Judging.
didn't play professional
Judging.
basketball is because of my
jeez.
height
Judging.
and lack of skill.
We're judging.
Really, that's why. I don't know how to do
Mega
this.
Just drag it to the top middle. Take the top and
Yeah,
drag it to the top middle.
Hold on, I made the screen too. Okay.
Well, that's what
there
I'm
we go.
Mega food's too wide.
They can't see.
Good for them.
I can't read.
Let's see here. M. Campia, you fan says I'd bring back the dodo bird, as we call it. Isaac. Yes.
I wonder if they're hunted
I
to
think they're already
extinction.
working on that, aren't they? Aren't they already working on Dover?
Yes, or a woolly rhino. Rhino that had hair. Yep. Woolly rhino. They're actually working on bringing back the mammoth, I believe. They did make a woolly mouse. I don't know if you saw that.
No,
Yeah,
I don't.
it is a
follow
mouse that is
prehistoric,
extremely-
revivals.
And it's a little like they took like a white mouse and they made it fluffy. It's like a big old puffball. It is
So
unbelievable.
is that bringing something back, or is that just modifying a mouse to make it hairy?
Exactly. But they use the DNA from a woolly mammoth to genetically modify the mouse.
Okay,
is
so
what I'm
it's-
So
saying.
that's not even a real.
Yes.
fucking
it's not-
thing.
Sophie
real
says,
world.
by the way, gonna need to leave soon for class. Andrew, Jeff, and question mark. Hi, what's your name?
I'm Willie.
Who are you?
Yeah.
I am the coolest man in the entire world. That's about it.
Okay,
Also,
in case
too,
anyone doesn't know, these two are brothers.
We're not related in any aspect.
Yes.
Let's just say mom loves me more.
But also, if Sophie was here for the last 5 episodes, she would know.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I got it, M. Campia. You fan. Only Jeff got that joke out of the 3.
Obviously.
Yep, Isaac.
Are we gonna see the
dodo.
tunnels, or are we
Willie
gonna-
Mammoth? I like that.
That's what I call my. Never mind.
Unfortunately, he's made a. Yeah, don't finish that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately, he's made of glass.
This is
so
a
we
family
wouldn't,
friendly show.
Jeff, I'm looking at
All
these
right.
tunnels. What are we
Yeah,
looking
I'm
at?
pulling it up right now. Hold on. So Andy says the giant sloth he would bring back if he could.
Who put this pen in front of me? My ADD's kicking in here.
Yeah.
That's for you to
For
write
notes.
down your reading.
Get lost in mega tunnels dug by South American megafauna.
How do they know they're dug by megafauna?
Because there's claw marks on the walls.
Mega poopas?
Could have been cavemen. Could have been Neanderthals.
Oh, yeah.
Could have been Willie
Look at
down
these
there the
things.
other day.
The
Hey,
giant
that looks like
sloth
my axe.
literally dug these out through. It looks like sandstone or limestone, but
I'm no geologist, but looks like rock.
I thought you were a geologist.
Nope.
Only
Yeah.
on Sundays.
Let's see. This
Round
says
passage, smooth floor.
Geologist of the Brazilian Geological Survey.
See water formed by water. Okay.
Sandworms from Tremor. Oh, graboids. Those are called graboids.
I feel like Dune took off more popular, so they didn't call them
Yeah.
sandworms
Graboids.
until we get a
could've been
updated.
Sounds like
sandworms.
another name for
Yeah.
crabs.
You know what's funny
Not
is
fun.
at the exact same time, M. Campia, U fan, and Kubal said the exact same thing.
Which is
It's the worms from Tremors.
It could
Graboids.
be.
well, yeah. Again,
Except
until
they couldn't go through rock; they could only go through sand. And
Well,
Campia,
maybe that's
F
sand.
Dune Tremors for the
Yep, let's get into the tremors. lore
No.
now.
Do not. I will
sandstone.
go down. I will go down a rabbit hole of Tremors. I am obsessed with those movies since I was a kid. Chronically Mayhem, aka Sophie says, looks like a colonoscopy. I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Andy, you're about that age.
I'd like to imagine, probably a little bit smoother.
I thought you
Little
were gonna
less
say you'd like
moss.
to imagine something going up in there. I was like, this took a weird.
He
turn.
doesn't get a colonoscopy because he needs to. He does it because he likes the feeling.
Yep, he likes the fun. He does it unsedated.
It's a great doctor. All right, he's got the softest hands.
Yep.
Yeah, look at that. Those are the claw marks inside the caves,
Hmm.
allegedly.
I feel like
Looks like a wrinkly ball sack.
I feel like anyone with like a chisel who doesn't know what they're doing can just go there and make those marks.
Yeah, that's what I do if I had a chisel.
Yeah, you know what I do in my spare
just
time? I
start
go make
scraping
random
walls.
scroll
I mean,
wall marks in
what-
the cave.
What if they're a prisoner? They're like, hey, we just stayed here for this many days. They're just carving how many days? Obviously, probably a
That's a
giant.
weird
They're
way to
pretty
do
massive.
it.
Yeah, that's fair. Andrew said the doctor from M. Campia U fan says, and the loobiest fingers, Andrew said.
Obviously,
Nah, I think he does no lube.
Clip it.
spit counts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
clip
doctor
that.
spits on
Please,
it.
please clip it. Anyways, all right. So Andrew would do the giant sloth.
Yep.
William,
What do you want
from
from
the
me?
last megafauna extinction, if you have any knowledge on any of those animals, which one would you bring back if you had the chance to?
Didn't I already say it?
No,
No.
you're distracted by the giant gaping sloth cave.
I thought I said Neanderthal. But okay, we're
That's
going
like animal,
okay,
animal,
animals.
not
Animal.
humanoid
Are
or sapien.
Animals.
Although, if we look up how much DNA they have, maybe they are considered animals. Now we're getting deep.
No, because
Well-
Neanderthals aren't far off of regular Homo sapiens.
Neither is a
because
banana.
They used to interbreed.
Yes, they did. There's actually a select amount of the population of Earth that
That
has
is still part Neanderthal.
that has Neanderthal.
I'm
Yeah.
looking at two of them. Got them.
Yeah, it's
Fuck,
my
that's
it's my
good.
brow line. I know it.
Bitch, we're related.
Okay,
Obviously,
here.
I
All right,
go
Willie.
outside.
I'm gonna pull up some options here. I'm gonna pull it up on the TV. 8 massive Ice Age
Wrong
megafauna.
side, buddy.
I'm just
Wrong
gonna throw this
side.
out there. I do know
Yep.
quite a few Ice Age animals. I just don't know
Just
which
because
one
you
to
saw the
take
movie
back.
Ice Age doesn't count. Just so you know. Saber sloth.
I
But-
saw
but,
all
I mean-
fucking 8 of them movies.
Yeah,
To be honest-
MCAMPU fan says mix them saber sloth. We could do that.
I feel like the sloth was pretty
Kubal
close to being
says
saber.
quit ganging up on Willie. No.
It's an old-fashioned gangbang up in here, and not the good kind.
Jesus.
All right, Willie. I'm going to share this screen for you so you can see it because I know you can't see what I'm looking at half the time here.
I also, again, I don't know much, prehistoric animals besides from Ice Age. So
Really?
yeah, that's not just something.
Watch. There's the YouTube channel. I don't know if I told you about it the other night. All right, Sophie. Have a good night. We'll see you later.
Good night, Sophie.
Make sure you feed those alpacas.
I really
So,
don't know what I'd bring back.
There's actually Boneyard, Alaska, or Alaska Boneyard on YouTube. I don't know if I told you guys about that.
Yeah, you did.
but
I was
it's
gonna
just like
do
a
it,
big
yeah.
wall of mud and permafrost that they're just excavating. They're finding
Yeah,
tons.
they kind of have the same
animal
situation
bones.
in, I think, Russia or Asia, where they
Yep.
have the amber
Siberian.
mines.
Yep. Up
Well,
in
the amber mines are
Siberia,
big.
they're,
The amber mines are actually
finding a
pulling
lot
up a lot
of
of
stuff,
prehistoric
All right. Here's one.
bugs.
Giant
We
short
have a
fish.
giant
giant
short
short
face
for
bear.
Yeah. No, thank you. I think it stood at like, let's see, 14 feet.
Oh, he's
That's
big
a
boy.
vertical reach. So I'm assuming that's arms, spread out. 14 feet though.
That's
still-
big.
That's a big bear.
That's a big bear.
Yeah.
What caliber would you need to take that down? Probably the T-Rex gun. I mean, honestly, you
The
ain't
4570?
no.
No, probably a
You
cannon
probably have
off
to
of
make a new
pirate
one.
ship.
Yeah,
if you're
we'd have
looking
to
at
do
the
an actual
rifle,
cannon.
the Henry rifle, the 4570
Yeah,
lever
the 45.
action,
I have a
is the only
4570.
T-Rex rated gun.
Oh yeah, I mean it actually is rated on.
I think that's what you're talking about.
was it. What website was it rated on?
Henry's website themselves, because it
Was it Henry?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was
Yeah.
used.
Yeah,
on
that's what I have.
Jurassic-
I
It was
have
used on
a
Jurassic
Henry
Park
Golden
movie, yeah.
Boy 4570.
So the T-Rex gun is the 4570 Henry rifle.
Yep, that's what.
I think we'd have to
Chris
invent a
Pratt
new one.
used.
Well, I got a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
random knowledge, but I don't know shit about anything important.
Saber-toothed tiger, scimitar cat,
Schmittar.
scimitar. I say scimitar. That's how I've always read it. Okay, judge me. Dire wolf. Well, we
Obviously,
already got
already
that.
back.
Too late. Let's see, how big did they get?
Is there like a big ass Wolverine? Let's find
1
one
foot
of
skull,
That's big.
them. 1 foot skull. God damn.
larger than
Dire
today's
meaning
gray wolf.
terrible. Yeah, duh.
Larger than a gray wolf. Okay, so gray wolves are already
Well, we knew
good
that.
size.
Gray wolves are lean.
Likely
though,
prey,
surprisingly.
mammoths, giant sloths, and horses. I
Hunting
say
in,
horses.
well, I'm gonna say they're large, but hunting in packs of 30. That's
Can you imagine 30
that.
steroided out wolves coming at you?
I feel like I would feed maybe 2,
I don't
maybe
think it-
1.
I don't know. You're
It's
pretty
been a
big.
good winter,
You're a
maybe
pretty
3.
big boy. I think.
Yeah,
you're a
again
big
though,
boy.
for 30 of them to come at me, I feel like I'd probably just be a regular blade of grass, like ignored.
Mammoth, mastodon.
Yeah, we all
That's
know
a
mammoth,
given.
that's not- yeah, that's
There's
There's the
Andes, the
giant
giant
sloth.
sloth,
Yep.
weighing
Yep,
up to
seen
3,000 pounds and stood 12 feet on their hind legs.
3,000. God damn.
It's like I said, 12 feet on their hind legs. They're huge. Well, do you see what they did? Camelops. I think that's the one that I like.
Really, they didn't even give us a picture.
2 camels. I saw something in there. Yeah, obviously they have no idea what it looks
I
like.
can't remember if that's the one.
I don't think they know
A
what
giant
other stuff-
beaver. Oh, 250 pounds.
Giant
Can you
beaver.
imagine the dam that thing would make?
Dude, that definitely sounds like my ex.
Dam up the Mississippi.
I don't have an ex-wife, but definitely sounds like an ex.
How many dodos do you think you could fight off? Okay, here's a question from Kubal. How many dodos do you think you could fight off? Willie?
At least 25.
At least 25, he says. Okay.
Depends how aggressive they are. I mean, really, they're called dodos for a reason.
They're extinct for a reason.
Exactly. They were hunted. I also want to know, were they hunted because they tasted good, or they just wanted
Do
the
I get
fur-
any
the
weapons,
feathers?
or is it just bare knuckle boxing?
Bare knuckle boxing, obviously.
So back to the giant beaver.
12.
12?
I could probably do 12.
12? Okay.
12 easily, comfortably.
I think how tall are they? They got to be what?
Bitch,
foot
I've
and
seen
a half
you who
tall?
you dated. You
large,
got beat
like
by
a
one
turkey?
giant beaver.
Like a turkey size. I'd say if you just kick them enough, they should go flying across. But you get overwhelmed after a while.
Could I lead them to like a cliff and then
Yeah. Just start
Maybe.
kicking them off. All right. So giant
Yeah.
beaver. 250 pounds, 7 feet long, 2
Dude,
front
imagine
teeth,
a
as long as
250 pound
bananas.
fucking beaver.
As long as bananas. And Corn Boy said, no, that's Kubal. Corn Boy said it could make a goddamn.
it absolutely could. I mean,
Oh,
Also-
God damn.
Goddamn.
Anybody ever watch Beavis and Butthead Do America?
I'm
With,
sure you
Hoover
have.
Dam?
But I just want to know what their. I like the bananas as measurement. That's a pretty popular measurement tool these days. But which bananas?
How big?
What kind of bananas are we talking here?
How big? How long is that 2x4?
We'll get to it.
6 bananas.
6 bananas.
All right. Yeah, 6 bananas. Giant Beavers is still around. We call her Lizzo.
All right. Yeah, that makes
getting political.
Did the dodo
Did the
dodo
dildo-
find the water?
Did the dildo.
Fuck. Booming Bob, aka Liquid Ebola. Nice to see you, buddy. I'm not sure what the watermelon's talking about. You might have to reference it a little more. Basket City in the chat. Hail, Jeff in chat. Hail, Basket City. Nice talking to you again. So I talked to you a bit last night. All
Now
right.
they know what they look like. Creepy.
Yeah, that's all right with me. You got to get out there somehow. I'm not a VTuber. I can't do it. I don't have enough money to have someone make something like that.
You really need better facial hair.
I know. This is
It's a
this
selling
is
point.
month and a half.
Selling point.
Month and a half right here.
Hey, you're doing all right.
No, I'm not. This is horrible.
Like
The American zebra. Where are the pictures?
What's the
need
difference?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
pictures.
There's no
How-
pictures. A fucking
Yeah.
American zebra sounds
That's the
awesome. What does it
dud.
look like?
Well,
though?
Damn it, History Channel. All right,
Yeah,
well,
you only had picture. Give me the zebra
yeah. Well, I can look it up quick.
because I'd write it. Does it still have stripes though?
Well, that's what I was wondering. What makes it an American zebra? Is it just found
Is
in
it
America?
just yeah?
It's a
is it
zebra
still-
in America,
or is it just
yeah.
a horse
So
that's found in
it's, so
America?
it's the
Like,
same
yeah,
thing
it's a
except
zebra.
American. Does it have guns? Does it shoot people?
Does it hang out with bald eagles?
Guns don't kill people. Alec Baldwin's finger kills people.
That's true.
Yep.
That happened.
Camels, not a camelops.
No, you need to find the new one.
Yeah, search camel toe.
Let's not and say we didn't.
Very popular search.
Yeah. The hell. Anyways, William,
Yes, sir.
what animal would you bring back?
I just said the fucking zebra.
Oh, you would do the zebra?
Yeah, I don't know what it looks like, but it sounds pretty cool.
It's zebra from America.
Is it like furry with white and black stripes?
Can you give me a second to look for it?
Fucking
I mean,
look
we
at
don't
it.
know because we don't have.
Well, fucking
a
look
living
at
one.
it. Type the shit in.
Well, it's just gonna be an artist idea.
Yeah, he's gonna American
Obviously.
zebra. It's a zebra in a zoo.
Yeah, no shit.
The American
that's what we're
zebra
getting.
is a zebra that is in the Los Angeles County City Zoo. Yeah, that's a company.
Yeah.
You know, I did watch a whole documentary on the Tasmanian tiger and how people think that might still be around.
It might still be. There's actually pictures of it. In the
I
late
thought they
1800s.
confirmed it was around. Thought they said they had
Early
some.
1900s.
video
There's
footage or
not
something.
100% confirmation because everything's pictures. They haven't like captured anything like that.
Well,
They've seen
obviously.
tracks that look like them.
That's what I'm saying, though. I mean,
And a horse.
they're probably just a very small.
Well, that's what
well-hidden-
they're thinking. It's very small. There's a guy on YouTube that actually physically went out and tried to spot one, and they found promising tracks, stuff like that.
2 to 3 million years ago, herds of American horses traveled west over the land bridge into Asia, but eventually spreading to Africa. So apparently, that's where zebras in Africa come from. I guess.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. The more you know.
Yeah.
So that still didn't give us anything on the American zebra.
Nope.
Just zebra.
So it's just a horse.
Could be a horse.
It could be a straight.
Maybe it has stripes. Maybe it doesn't.
You know what I want to come back from the Ice Age? Fucking horses, like they're gone now. Clydesdale, motherfucker.
All right. So,
Jeff, you didn't give us an answer.
oh, what I bring back?
Yeah, we're all shitting on me
No.
for not giving an answer, but
just because
definitely
I'd want to
was.
see it, but actually, I also don't want to bring it back. Would be the short-faced bear. Just because I want to see what it would do to like a whitetail.
I want to see what it does to another bear.
Yeah, to like a black bear. Or
Like,
grizzly.
yeah,
it would make
there's
a
something-
Kodiak look like a absolute teddy bear.
Yeah.
You
Be like,
guys
I'd
fucked up.
rather
Like
pet
I'm
it.
trying to find something that I could pet and make like.
I
my
picked a
friend.
giant sloth.
Do the white rhinos?
You don't think it'd be cool to go pet a giant sloth?
That's what I picked. Yeah,
Do you
it'd be
know
cool.
how long the claws are?
I don't give a shit. I'd still try.
I'd feel a lot
Okay.
safer around a giant sloth than a American
Yeah, than a
zebra.
fucking giant bear.
All right, hold on. For the record, everyone, we don't really have. We're not much of a
We're not smart.
set up a show and go. We're just talk. We're just talking, just BSing. We have an overarching topic, and we go with it.
We've been on this one for a while.
And that's okay because it's interesting. And we got,
Mostly does.
I think, I don't know. All right, giant sloth claws.
Oh, are we going to look up how many bananas that is?
How many bananas long is a giant sloth claw?
If they say 16, I'm going to be like, that
16
is. There's no
bananas.
banana 16.
But they could be small bananas.
That's what I'm saying. There's no banana 16.
Okay, let's see here. We got
Some people have small bananas.
bigger. Oh, they're selling this one right now. It's a replica. We don't care.
$300 for a replica. But yeah,
That's
Need
a
a
bit
real
much.
ground sloth. Dude, I'd have a regular sloth nowadays as a pet.
You know, the internet sucks.
Yeah,
You
I feel-
can't find anything you want to find.
I feel
We'll
like
just
a regular
post
sloth would be
picture.
a pretty cool pet. Just to hang around, you know, pick it up. It's like, hey, I've been climbing this cat tree for 4 hours, and you just picked me off of it, ruined my entire day.
Pick me up before. Better not do that.
It's bananas. Bananas.
So it's oh yeah, I
All
suppose
right.
it's skeletal remains.
So
We don't have enough money.
yeah,
to
I
sing
can't find
songs
I
here,
can't find a
guys.
good picture of anything that said how long they were because internet sucks sometimes.
You know, what sucks.
So that don't start.
A vacuum.
So this is the skeleton. Just show that picture.
Yeah, but just
And
why
you
don't
can't
you
show
just
the
do a
picture.
comparison to a person? Just type in giant sloth compared to person. That way we
Ah.
actually know. Because that just looks like a fucking. We don't know.
Look at those things. Those
Also-
are just the fingers, I think. I don't even know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, who is out there like, hey, I think this goes here. Structurally speaking, as a skeleton expert, I think this goes here.
Well, I think there is a point where you can kind of figure out where bones go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's some guy out there.
Well-
I feel like they get pressured into. They're like,
No,
hey,
I know
this bones goes here.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
I
there's
put
a lot of
pictures.
bullshit with fossils too, because I did watch. I'm kind of big into the Spinosaurus.
Kind
They
of looks
only
like
have
Willy.
like 4 bones for a Spinosaurus, and they built the whole
That's what I'm
skeleton
saying.
on
Like,
that.
we
You don't
think
know.
it's this size.
They're
We have
weird
no
We're
like
just
idea.
bananas
guessing.
long.
It looked like a fucking anteater.
Hey, they're found in Sophie's backyard.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Peru.
I didn't see any when I was down there, so I'm pretty upset.
No, me neither. Yeah. It's Neanderthal.
Sculpture, hand sculpted.
Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Okay, cool. Well, now you know sort of what it looked like.
You ever just wish you had a talent like that guy Carbon Ship? I got none.
I feel like
You don't have a talent?
No, God no.
Do you have any talents?
showing up late.
That's a good talent that Willie has. I
He
wouldn't
has a
call it
fantastic talent
more of a
showing up late.
detriment, but who am I to judge?
All right. Any last topics before we shut her down? Last, refills.
Yeah, give me another one of these things.
One more.
Jesus
You want the
Christ.
same or do you want something new?
Yeah, surprise me.
Okay.
Ooh. I'll hit you with something foreign, something exotic.
I can't wait to watch this video and realize how stupid I sound.
Well, that's only because you're hearing your own voice. Other people will be like, "Hey, you sound like a retard."
Well, no, in my own head, I think I sound sophisticated or refined. And then I listen to myself and it's like the fucking, oh, we're going to go shoot some deer in the Cedar Swamp there, eh, bud?
Oh boy, here we go.
I know.
Thick.
Thick accent.
Apparently, I sound Scottish or Irish.
You sound,
I was just told that last night.
You sound like a
you
drunk.
sound like a douche.
I'm not gonna. I'm not
Oh,
gonna argue
got
that.
2 against 1.
Two against one.
Hey, that's fine. You
Votes
win.
are- votes are
Okay.
in.
Yeah. Okay. You win. All right. I give up. I'm not arguing yet.
Yeah.
All right.
That's for our geology meeting,
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, at least
which follows
Yeah.
this meeting.
yeah, yeah. Booming Bob, he thinks I sound Canadian. No, they sound like us.
Also,
you
didn't-
forget
we're
it.
way cooler than
I didn't hear enough sorries in there, so it's
Oh, sorry, bud. Sorry.
And
What
Campia,
about-
you man says, I
I'd
just
say not
love-
enough sorries, but I could probably hear a couple A's. Just like how's it going, A?
It
Or
just happens.
that it does happen.
It just happened.
But that's the
Dude,
Canadian
I
side.
can't. I try to stop saying A so much recently, especially when I went to Indianapolis. I was changing a window for a guy, and he's like,
Gay.
"Oh, you ain't
Yeah,
no."
yeah,
I heard that.
He's like, "Y'all ain't no Hoosier, are you?"
Oh, speaking of Hoosiers, I don't see Mo Zamboni out there. Dick. M. Campia, you fan says, I just love Willie sounds like a Canadian with the a boot.
A boot.
Yeah. Kubal, what happened to the 2-drink max?
That's never,
Obviously,
that's never
obviously.
been, that's never been a thing.
If you were here
Anyone
for
just
the
chopping-
first 5
Sorry,
episodes-
bud.
If you're here for the
Oops,
first
sorry,
5
bub.
episodes, you would know.
Oh, sorry, bud.
Sorry
Oops.
about the car,
Oops.
bud.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh,
Didn't
sorry,
see you
bud.
there.
To be
Oh,
fair,
so sorry.
To be fair.
To be fair,
To be fair. Y'all originally from Letterkenny. No, we are not.
Letterkenny was based on.
But we are
us.
the toughest.
I mean,
Guys.
if there was a
Letterkenny.
show that was close to where we were at,
Letterkenny is almost like the ballad of our hometown.
almost, yeah, small town,
Could be the
One
first-
bar,
first couple.
same
One bar,
bartender.
same bartenders, sitting around.
How are you now?
How
We
you
just
know?
don't farm.
There's a couple around here, but the weather
farmers.
sucks too much for
Yeah.
year-round farming. But I suppose in Canada, though,
Hmm.
what are they growing up there, eh?
Alrighty.
I don't know.
You want to play the outro?
What did you
We do
put
a-
in here? This tastes smoky.
All right,
Yeah.
everyone.
We just do a quick outro. Cheers, everybody. End her off. Geology meeting.
Just like
time.
last week, right?
Yeah, just like
Yeah,
last week.
just like last week.
So hopefully smoother though.
Yeah, doesn't exist. All right, boys.
A little bit smoother.
All right. I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Thanks for hopping in. It's a real pleasure going through our topics and just talking.
Just a bunch of
You're-
BS.
The fact that
you're
we have
ruining the
9
show, bud.
people, the fact that we have 9 people are watching.
I'm actually surprised.
Thank you.
at that
Shut
many
up.
people.
Thank you very
Shut
much.
it down.
Thank you, everybody, for showing
Appreciate
up.
it. No, go out there, enjoy your Friday night. Have one on us, boys.
Yep.
And when we say have one on us, you're paying for it. We're not. Paying
Obviously.
And you get the tab. We'll see you later, everyone. Have a good one.
Oh boy, give me one more.
Have a good night.